Good morning, Lacamas Leopards. We are excited because next week we're getting ready for our 4 days of in-person learning with our kids. Now, this week, I really need for every class, every student, every staff member to really work hard on our new routines and expectations. I want you to have this down so great that anybody who asked you, how do we walk in our line? What do we do in the commons? Tell me about playing at recess zones. You will have answers and show what you know is the expectation. This month, our character trait is on integrity. Now, we talked about how integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Now, that's challenging because sometimes it might be easier or quicker to do it a different way. But integrity is that no matter where, no matter who's there, we continue doing the right thing. I have a story that I'm going to read with you called The Empty Pot. A long time ago in China, there was a boy named Ping who loved flowers. Anything he planted burst into bloom. Up came flowers, bushes, and even big fruit trees, as if by magic. Now, everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. They planted them everywhere, and the air smelled like perfume. The emperor loved birds and animals, but flowers most of all, and he tended his own garden every day. But the emperor was very old, and he needed to choose a successor to the throne, someone who would take over. Who would be his successor? And how would the emperor choose? Because the emperor loved flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. The next day, a proclamation was issued. All the children in the land were to come to the palace. There, they would be given special flower seeds by the emperor. Whoever can show me their best in a year's time, he said, would succeed me to the throne. The news created great excitement throughout the land, and children from all over the country swarmed to the palace to get their flower seeds. All the parents wanted their children to be chosen emperor, and all the children hoped they would be chosen too. When Ping received his seeds from the emperor, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure he would grow the most beautiful flower. Ping filled the pot with rich soil, and he planted the seeds very carefully. He watered it every day. He couldn't wait to see it sprout, grow, and blossom into a beautiful flower. But day after day, nothing grew in his pot. Ping was very worried. He put new soil into a bigger pot. Then he transferred the seed into a rich black soil. He's persistent. He keeps at it. Another 2 months he waited. Still, nothing happened. By and by, the whole year passed. Spring came, and all the children put their best clothes to greet the emperor. They rushed to the palace with their beautiful flowers, eagerly hoping to be chosen. Now Ping, he was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought the other children would laugh at him because for once, he couldn't grow a flower. His clever friend ran by, holding a great big plant. "Ping," he said, "you're not really going to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Couldn't you grow a great big flower like mine?" "I've grown lots of flowers before, better even than yours," Ping said. "It's just this seed that won't grow." Ping's father overheard this, and he said, "You did your best, and your best is good enough to present even before the emperor." Holding the empty pot in his hands, Ping went straight away to the palace. Wow, that's brave. The emperor was looking at all the flowers slowly, one by one. How beautiful all the flowers were, but the emperor was frowning, and he did not say a word. This might be a good time to pause. We're talking about integrity. You might start making some connections or inferring, why would the emperor be frowning? Finally, he came to Ping. Ping hung his head in shame, expecting to be punished. The emperor asked him, "Why did you bring me an empty pot?" Ping started to cry. "I planted the seed you gave me, and I watered it every day, but it didn't sprout. I put it in a better pot with even better soil, but it still didn't sprout. I tended it all year long, but nothing grew. So today, I had to bring an empty pot without a flower. It was the best that I could do." When the emperor heard those words, a smile slowly spread over his face. He put his arms around Ping. Then he exclaimed to all, "I have found him. I have found the one person worthy of being emperor. Where you all got your seeds from, I do not know, for the seeds I gave you had all been cooked, so it was impossible for any of them to grow." I admire Ping's great courage to appear before me with the empty truth, and now I reward him with my entire kingdom and make him emperor of all the land. Now this story, this old folklore, really gives us a great example of integrity. Because Ping, he kept at it. He kept working. He did not give up. He did his best, even when no one was looking. And in the end, even though it didn't turn out and he thought he had failed, he was honest. He told the truth and he presented his best. Ping showed integrity. So let's continue Lacrimus Leopards as we have this last month here, right now in March, our March Integrity, and we're getting ready for moving to more kids and more in person. Let's be kids of integrity with our routines, our expectations that are new here at Lacrimus in every area, in every place that we are on campus. Discuss that as a class, review those expectations, and next week, we're looking forward to our top spot training when we're all together. Make it a great week.